Alright, for my behavioral science project, I had to go do something that was out of the ordinary for me, something I really wasn't used to, I didn't really do often. So I decided to go to the Orlando Museum of Art. I mean, right off the bat, that was kind of strange to me, out of the ordinary. For the fact that I was going to a museum without, like, being in school or having to do something with school. It was just, like, just to go to a museum and, like, basically just walk around and do nothing. It didn't have to go with, didn't have to do with me going because I had to. It was just because I wanted to, I guess. So I mean, that was kind of weird. Not only that, but also for the fact that I was going alone. Like I was going to experience this by myself. With nobody else beside me. It was just me by myself going to a museum by myself. Okay, like I said, with no class or nothing like that. So it was kind of strange already. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first went to the museum, I really wasn't expecting anything like too cool. I wasn't really like trying to be like, oh, this is gonna be like awesome, yo. This is gonna make the best time I've had in like the longest. No, I wasn't expecting. I was actually expecting it to be pretty boring and just like something I didn't want to do. That's how I was looking at it. Yeah, that might have been a bad way to look at it, but that's how I felt about it. But it actually was different. It was something else. It wasn't what I expected it to be. It was better actually. I'm not gonna lie, it was better. You know, So for anyone who says going to a museum is lame, well, I mean, it wasn't such a bad experience. I'm not gonna say it's the best time in the world, but it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not as bad as you make it out. All right, so at the Orlando Museum of Art, I really couldn't take any pictures. Inside. Once you get into the actual galleries, you're not allowed to photograph anything. You have to cool down with that. But I mean, it was pretty dope. I would definitely, suggest people going to this museum, the Orlando Museum of Art. It's pretty cool. I liked it. One of the exhibits I went to was the African Art of Everyday Life. I mean, that one, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't like the best one to me, but it was pretty cool, like learning about stuff too, about the African art and everything. It was pretty dope. Uh, they had this one, they had this big like thing that they knit. It was like it looked kind of like a pot or something like that. I don't know. It was like a basket, and it was weaved together, and it was huge. Um, and I think in the article, under it or something like that, it said something about that master weavers were the only ones that would be able to weave those, for the fact that if you weren't a master weaver and you try to make it, it would just like cave in on you, just because it was like so big and there's like so much going on that it just like cave in on you if you weren't a master weaver. So that was pretty cool. I also got to see, I think it was one of Nelson Mandela's grandsons getting married and stuff. They had a big portrait of that going on, and how the culture was and everything. And then we moved on to the Aztecs, to Zapotec, I think it was, and that was pretty dope too, like learning about some things there. Um, One of the things I saw was they had like this little pan kind of thing that they would make tortillas on, and it was pretty dope too how they showed that. Cause I know, like, from being Spanish and stuff, like some of my fam, like from my pop side, like they make tortillas from scratch and stuff too every once in a while. So I thought that was pretty dope, seeing how they would do it back in the day, like way way back in the day. That was pretty cool. Um, I got to see how they put the Jaguar as like they considered the Jaguar to have to do with royalty. So anything that had a Jaguar with it, somebody's name that had a Jaguar was considered royalty with the Jaguar. So that was pretty cool. Um, Another exhibit, the exhibits now when it really started getting to me was I really liked it when I started seeing like the art stuff, like the art exhibit and stuff. It was pretty dope. I got to see like portraits and everything, and like to me that's really the parts that I started liking the most. That caught me when going to the museum and everything. I saw some pretty dope portraits that I liked, and that you just look at it and just makes you think. And then at the same time, they have some now just like, oh, this is art. It just looks like something they threw together. But hey, it is what it is. It's pretty cool still. And then I really got into the one of the artists. It was from Zeus to, hold up, I'll tell you right now. It was from Alice to Zeus, and it was this one artist named Rocco, John Rocco actually. And it was basically his exhibit, like showing some of his work that he's done in some books and some movies and stuff like that, but mostly books. Alright. And then another exhibit I saw was the from Alice to Zeus, John Rocco's work that he's done. He's an artist. You check him out. It's pretty dope. He worked on Percy the Olympians, like that whole series. He did the artwork for that, which is pretty sick. He did some other work for some books and stuff. His own book that he wrote. He's done some artwork for that, and those are probably really that caught me. I really liked that one because I thought that was pretty dope. You know, I used to really like to draw back in the day too, so like that exhibit really got me because I was into like that whole like comic book drawing and all that stuff. I thought that was pretty dope back then. So got to see some of that and how they set them up and how they put the books together, like the illustrations and everything. I thought that was pretty cool. But and then that was basically it. You know, that was like a quick little like. They have more exhibits coming in. I know that they were under construction. I think doing some stuff in there when I was walking around. So I thought it was pretty cool. But I definitely suggest y'all go to the Orlando Museum of Art and check it out. It's a pretty dope place. I liked it. You know, from this project, I got to learn that doing something that's out of the ordinary isn't always bad. It's, you know, it's a good thing. Like, you learn from it, you get a new experience, and it's pretty cool. So I liked it. I mean, and I really liked it. That's basically it. I mean, that's the project there. I liked it. It's pretty dope. I suggest you guys go to the museum every once in a while. If it's not your thing, try it. Why not? You never know. You might like it. It might spark some interest, and you want to become like an artist. Who knows? But I definitely suggest it. I enjoyed doing this project, going to the art museum, and here's some of my pictures from it.